What's up guys, Jason Cardamone here, and we're going to review Get Rich Radio. And just so you know, I know what I'm talking about. I've been in this industry for 7.5 years. I'm nearing in my first 7 figures, first $1 million. And I've been in this industry long enough. I've seen tons of stuff. I'm speaking to you with wisdom and a lot of hard lessons learned over all these years. And I'm not just going to tell you the good and bad, because there are good and bad things about really everything you can ever look at. But we're going to dive into Get Rich Radio just a little bit here. So, real briefly, just the overall view is I would caution you. At the time this video is created, they haven't quite started paying out yet. And the overall caution is because it hasn't proven the test of time yet. Now, the idea behind it and how it works is genius. I will also say it's been done before, and the people that have done it before have never rode it out to full fruition. And what that means is they haven't stood around for decades and paid out millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to their affiliates and the people running their programs for them. But that doesn't mean that you can't make any money in the short term. And short term could be a month, it could be a year, it could be a couple years. And there is significant opportunity here, and it's literally can be some of the easiest money you've ever made. So let me again, I'm kind of jumping around here. So I will say Marshall Sylver, the guy running everything, overall he has a good reputation. You'll find bad on anybody, guys, if you look deep enough. Overall, he seems to have a pretty good reputation. I haven't met him personally yet, so I can't give you my personal endorsement of him. So he's the guy running the program. The program itself is really, I can give you more information. Just go down in the description, go below this video or whatever, and just check things out. So we're gonna stay kind of high levels here. And what I really want to address with you is the idea and the compensation plan. So the compensation plan itself, forget about that. Let's talk about the idea. You get paid by dialing into this radio program for doing nothing. You just listen into this free internet radio program, which is done by Marshall Sylver. And by doing that, you're getting credits, and it's tracked the time you're on there. You could be on there 24 hours a day, and literally every minute on there, you're getting credit. And this turns out to be a dollar amount that you make. Now, in concept, this is awesome because, well, and now you may be asking, well, who's gonna pay for it? So you don't have to pay anything. This is totally free. You're literally getting paid to watch, basically, as if you know how advertising on television works? The bigger the show is, the more the advertisers pay, because they're assuming that a certain percentage of people are watching their commercials because they're watching that show. They don't know if you get up and go to the kitchen or go to the bathroom, whatever, on a commercial break, or if you're using TiVo or something, or DVR, and you just skip right past the commercials. They don't know if you're doing that, which in fact is happening more and more, and so TV advertising is working less and less. That's why more people are coming to the internet doing things like we're talking about right now. And so that's how it works, is that there are advertisers paying Marshall. He's doing this radio show, and the more impressions, the more people he drives to it, the more he gets paid. And what he's doing is directly turning that back and paying his listeners, the people listening in. Not all of it, he's keeping some, because he's not stupid, he's a multi-millionaire, but he is extremely intelligent by giving it back. Because how much does your cable station, how much does your local television give you back of the commercials you have to suffer through? Or the radio that you listen to, or whatever, the newspaper, the ad you got to read through, you get nothing from it. And so the concept itself, I love it. I've always loved it. I've loved it for years. I've been in tons of companies. I was even in a company that actually almost made the 2-year mark with a similar concept to this. And it actually paid out less than what this is paying out. And they never were able to get that traction, that momentum, but they weren't paying it based on radio stuff. They were paying it based on you have to log into this site and look at these ads, and you had to do a lot more work to earn your money in that thing. So the concept is you log in, you turn on this radio station, and you just leave it on. Now, you can turn the station down and mute it out completely. Just a little insider tip. I actually learned that from Marshall himself. And I'm not telling you to game the system, because if everybody games the system, it's totally not going to work. The advertisers would never keep going. But there will be people that listen in, because Marshall does have some good stuff. Now, I haven't gone through all of his materials or anything, but he has some really powerful concepts overall. Guys, he's a multi-millionaire. He has something good to say. At least give him a shot and listen to him a little bit and make your own judgments. I'm not endorsing him one way or the other. I'm not going to say he's this amazing Tony Robbins, and some of you probably don't even like Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has massively impacted my life and thousands of people that I know. And so I'm not going to compare Marshall to Tony yet, because I don't know him well enough. But you make that own judgment, you know, tune in the radio, check it out. Now let's talk about the compensation plan real quickly here. You basically get paid for every hour that you're on there. Now you get paid these, it's called, I forgot the name of them, school dollars, scholarship funds, something like that. And it basically, you get 50 of these per hour. So you're like, sweet dude, I get 50 bucks an hour. That's not how it works. How they really pay out, guys, is you basically get 50 of these scholarship dollars per hour, which, and I'm not going to do the math because it gets all silly. What that is the equivalent of is, now don't freak out, don't turn off the video, wait until I go a little further. It's the equivalent of 1 cent per hour. So now you're like, well, that sucks. It's nothing, right? You're right, it is nothing. I don't do anything unless it's like $100 a day or more. I don't even care about stuff. But here's where you need to listen around the comp plan, because it gets bigger than this. Real quickly, real easily. What are you doing to earn this penny per hour? Imagine if your entire life you found a penny on the street and you just picked it up every hour your entire life. Add all those up, that's a crap load of money. And so what I know is that there's 168 hours in a week. So over a week, you could earn $1.68. And guys, these are all real approximate, but they're almost exactly what the real numbers are. And so over an entire day, which is 24 hours, you're gonna basically earn 24 cents in a day. Again, a quarter a day. Is that no big deal? Well, it might not be a big deal unless you're like homeless, unless you don't have a job, you know, stuff like that. I pick up every quarter, I pick up every penny I find in the street. So again, this isn't a big deal of money to me. I make make money while I sleep every night. Tons, I don't even, what's my out? I don't even know what I make per day. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. A lot of days where I make over $1,000 a day without doing anything at all. So this doesn't mean a lot, but let's keep going and see what happens. So what it really means is that about every 4 days you make about $1. So, and about every 1 month, which is 30 days, oops, this is 24 hours, not dollars. Every 30 days, you make approximately $7.20. Now that's great. That's just awesome. So now the other part of it is that it has a single level affiliate program. It's not multi-level marketing, it's not multiple levels deep, but you can for free refer people into this, and you actually get matching of whatever they make. So if they're in there making 1 penny per hour and they come in and they check it out for an hour and then they leave and never come back again, you just made a penny from some stranger that joined a link. If you don't know how to do these links, you need to go below and join, you know, my totally free email list, my Jason's Video Tips, where I send out videos like this, but in a lot more detail, and teach you tips, tricks, techniques, strategy on how to get traffic, on how to build your foundation, on what to do with the list, why you need to build a list, what to do with a team of customers once you build up customers, how do you get duplication, how do you motivate and manage and inspire people to actually go take action to where they can go make you money while you're off sleeping, traveling the world, hanging out with your family, living life, giving to charities, you know, living the life you're supposed to live. How do you do that? I teach you all that stuff in Jason's Video Tips. You can join right below this video. That's the only call to action I'm going to make for you. I will actually also include a link in case you want to join this whole program. You're more than welcome to if you want to join Get Rich Radio, I have a link below for that as well. But I'm telling you, you're going to get massive amounts of value from joining Jason's Video Tips. So you can get that. There's a link below. You just enter your name and email, and it will, you know, I will send on a regular basis, send you out video tips totally for free. Nothing for sale, guys. It's totally free information, me getting out to the world. Let's get back to the review. Why does this get exciting? Well, when you start matching this, let's say you put in, now first of all, let me say, you're gonna put some people in that are just gonna go in for less than an hour and never come back again. That's gonna happen if you choose to put people in. How hard is it to put a person into a free program? It's not hard. There's no resistance at all. The only information they're gonna want from you, if you were to join, is your name, first and last name, and your email address. That's nothing. They're not asking for a credit card, a PayPal email address, your social security number. There's none of that information because you don't have to pay anything to take a part of this whole thing. For you to get paid all this on your own, you don't have to pay anything. There is no financial transactions going from you into them. And so you don't, it's a very low risk thing. It's super easy to get people into this thing. And again, if you want to learn more, go join Jason's Video Tips. The link's right below this video. But why does this get exciting? Because if we start breaking the numbers down, now I'm going to round off, and these are real approximate numbers, but they're real close to the real numbers. If you put in 10 people into this thing, and the 10 people just leave it on, just like it's on my computer right now in the background, the window's shrunk down, I don't look at it, I don't open it, I'm not listening to it because the volume's turned down, but literally right now I'm making a penny per hour. I've been making it for hours and days now, and it's just racking up, including a penny per hour for every person I've introduced to this thing. And so, what if you put 10 people in? What does that mean? So we're gonna look at it on a monthly basis, what it means. And what it means, if you put about 10 people in, 10 people, my handwriting's horrible, gotta apologize, and you do that for 1 month, they do what you're doing, which is turning the radio station on, turning the volume down, shrinking it down, and leaving it there. By the way, so I have a computer science major. You should leave your computer on all the time. You shouldn't be turning your computer on and off all the time. It's really hard on your hardware. The only things that are gracious with turning on and off a lot are actually cell phones, and you probably never turn your cell phone off. So anyway, you put 10 people in, they do this the entire month, you make approximately 75 bucks. What it really is about $72. It's close enough. Let's just keep this at 75. So that's just with 10 people, 75 bucks. How much does $75 mean to you per month? Think about what that really is. I'll tell you what, the way I'm using this with me and my team, we're using this to advertise, to fund our advertising for our primary businesses. So I teach people how to use this thing, how to go put a whole ton of people in it. It's totally free, super easy. Thousands of places to advertise to find people for free that just join this thing, and then they join it, you're making a penny per person doing all this stuff, and then you use that money, 75, let's say you put 40 people in, you're making 300 per month. Let's say you put 100 people in, you're making 750 per month. Do those start to get you excited? Me, almost. I don't really tend to look at things until it's like 1,000 a month or more. That's just my standards. It's not where I started, guys. I've grown teams of over 30,000 people, so wherever your standards are, you may get just free, you may get completely pumped up about your first $7 month. That's great, and you should if you've never made money before. Or if your biggest month ever was 5 and now you can add 7 to that. Or you're making 5 right now or whatever. Even if you're already making 10 and you can make another 7, you almost just doubled your current income, your online business. Awesome, celebrate it, congratulations, but you need to know there's a lot bigger things. And for some of you big players out there, you're maybe in some of the same courts that I am, let's look at what happens. What if we put 1,000 people in? Guys, I built organizations of over 30,000 people over these 7 years. So to me, I look at things like, hey, I can put 1,000, and I haven't done a lot of things that are free like this. Put 1,000 people in, it's pretty stinking easy. How much would that be? If they all are active and engaged, that's $7,500 a month. That's a nice little advertising budget, and I can go turn this and multiply it by 10 over the year and have a ridiculous amount of income coming into my family. And then it's just the snowball. It's the whole rich get richer thing. That's literally the game you get to play when you start with little things like a penny per hour. And so that's really my review around this. Now, again, I wanna caution you, I am not saying this is the answer to everything. I'm not telling you to, if you love a business you're in, like I'm not talking about Get Rich Radio. My primary business, my team, and what I do, I love it. I love it with all my heart, and I'm passionate about it, and I live it and breathe it, and I dream about it. My family loves it, and it's awesome. I've had tons of my team members over to my house with my family and traveling all around the world with my team, but that's my passion and my focus. This stuff's just a little tiny thing in the background, a little 10 or 15 minute video I'm doing, and that's really it. I don't play with this a lot. I will support you. If you come join me, let me know your name and email. You join me at the link below for this Get Rich Radio thing. I will gladly give you some tips. And in fact, go join Jason's video tips. That's probably the best, most important thing you can possibly do. I'll help you with this thing as well in the links below this video, but focus on Jason's video tips, because the stuff I send you out from there will ridiculous. You'll look at these numbers and be like, dude, it's super easy to put 10 people into a free thing. That's ridiculous. And then you start looking at numbers that can start to change your life, and we can go beyond that, because it's real easy to put people into something for free. I'm telling you right now, I've done things that are like $2 trials, a $1 trial, and I've sold things that are hundreds of dollars to get in right up front, or even thousands. And I can tell you it's a lot easier to make a $1 sale than it is a $300 sale or $2,000 sale. But it's so many more times easier to put somebody into a free thing than it is to ask them for $1. Because into the free thing, especially if the free thing doesn't ask for financial, let's say, so it's easier to ask for nothing even if they have to give a PayPal email address or something, because I built a giant team doing that. But then what's the easiest? Asking for no information, letting people do basically nothing to get paid. Now let me give you a disclaimer, because I do care about my reputation and my name, and every company with this similar type of thing where you do an activity and you don't really have to do a lot to get some money, even though this is not a lot of money, and it's very possible for all of the advertisers to pay this out to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. Very, very, very much in the realm of possibility. But there will become a day, in my opinion, let's say this thing grows to $1 million. Do they still have enough advertising money left over to pay $7 million out every single month? Maybe. If they have 10 million in advertising coming, Marshall keeps 3 million, he pays back the other 7.2 million to all the million people in the thing, then it works. It's actually, it would have to be less than that, because a lot of people are getting matching, so it's really, the numbers have to be about double what I said. So he would be paying out about $14–15 million, so they'd have to have revenue coming in of at least 16 million to support 1 million members in this thing. So that's a lot of advertising dollars, but if it's working, dude, I'll be an advertiser on this thing, and I'll advertise my primary company and my teams and my funnels and all the stuff I sell. I'll advertise all that on this network to these people and pay the advertising dollars if it's responsive. So that's what it will depend on. If everybody turns down their volume and does nothing, you know, multiply that by thousands and tens of thousands of people, there's not going to be really anybody responsive to the advertising. But there is some value, so I encourage you to check it out and then make your own judgments. But for those of you just looking for a real quick, you know, almost scammy feeling way to, you know, make some easy money, go do this. And I'm not calling this a scam at all. I am giving you a disclaimer and a caution that you need to be careful, and every time I've seen a program like this, it's never lasted. Now I will keep updates down in the description below this video, in the YouTube description. I'll let you guys know, you know, any red flags. Like if they stop paying all of a sudden, I might even take this whole video down, or I'll take away, you know, I just look down in the description to see more information about this. But that's really the whole background. If this is something you like, that kind of thing, go jump on it. You want to learn how to start getting some people into this thing, how to start getting your own traffic and sell things like this, go join Jason's video tips, because that's really one of the most important things you can possibly do. And if on the side, you know, the little bonus, little dessert, you want to make a little cash while you're at it, well, let's go do that too, and you can do that with Get Rich Radio. So that's it for now, guys. And again, you can use this thing to fund your advertising for whatever business you're passionate about. If you're not passionate about business, join Jason's video tips. I will teach you ways on how to find businesses that you can get super pumped about. I'm not just gonna shove my business down your throat. I'm gonna teach you how you can seek out the things that you are interested in yourself, down deep in your heart. The things that really make you want to wake up and be like, I love what I'm doing. Let's go do this, and let's go spread this to the world. That's when you know you're in an amazing company. And that's what I want for you, because I've had it for on and off for years now, but more than a year now, I have been heavily involved in something that I've just loved passionately. And it's been reflected in my income, my household income, my team's income, and everything. I want that for you. And it may not be the company I'm in. I can show you how to find the company that's going to be the perfect fit for you. So that's it for the Get Rich Radio review. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Again, go down in your name and email to jump onto Jason's video tips, and I'll see you guys real soon. To your ultimate success, and God bless, guys.